Mr. Chido Hatidani. I don't know if I said your name right, brother. I apologize if I didn't. Chido. Okay. I'm going to respond to your post because it was rather long. You asked me some questions, and I got bad eyesight, brother. So when it gets like this, I'd rather use my voice and my words. You can better feel me and understand me. Okay. I'm going to answer your questions, and then I'm going to comment on what you wrote. All right. All right, so you asked me what type of conditioning have I been put through? Life, brother. The conditioning that I've gone through is called life and life experiences. I'm 64 years old, dog. I'm not a child. I've been around this planet. I've been around this country, and I've dealt with all kind of people in 64 years, man. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. I don't know how old you are, dog, but I'm 64. Just to let you know. All right. You told me this isn't the 1600s. Why am I painting the sad story? Because, unbeknownst to you, obviously, the story's bad or sad. All right, look at the picture, man. I mean, they're in meager conditions. Kids just like, they're just like they're poor. They're going through some hard times. You understand? And it is a sad picture. Okay? Now put yourself in that position, dog. You come up here to the projects and you see these kids like this because you've been hitting the mama. You know what I mean? You in your nice whip ride, whatever y'all call a car these days, with your nice clothes on and whatnot, and you come and you bring your son all kind of ice cream and whatnot, and them kids sitting back there looking at you. What kind of person are you, dog? That's the question you should ask. You know what I mean? I mean, think back when you were a child, man. I'm quite sure you were in this position, whether you were rich or poor or not. You were in a position where somebody got something and you didn't. How did you feel, man? You know what I mean? You don't have to ask me any questions on pertaining to that. You just look back at your childhood, man, and think about how you felt and how other kids felt around you and how they reacted. That's what I pull on. That's where I get my information from, man. You know what I mean? So let's go on, right? Let's see. You go on to comment about the mother ordering food. She could be doing this. She could be doing anything. You know what I mean? But we're not talking about the mother, man. That's a whole different story. The meme is about the father and the son. So I'd like to stay focused on that, right? Let's see. Let's say it's a heartbreaking story. You know what I mean? We live in a land of hoes. It sucks to say, well, hey, man, look, this is your generation where y'all fuck on the drop of a dime. You know what I mean? Hello, how you doing? You want to fuck? Yeah, let's go. So this is the responsibility that comes out of that, like I continue to tell people. If you think with your dick, this is what you get, dog. You know what I mean? Now, if this is you in this situation, you obviously was hitting this woman and you knew she had kids, you knew she was facing hard times, and you knew the father didn't give a fuck about those kids. But yet you still went and got the pussy and you came up with a child. Now you got to take care of your child and you want to run in and act like the same niggas you talking about ain't doing shit. But you stepping up because you spent $3.50 for a gallon of ice cream. Look at where your son's living, G. Right? Come on, man. 64 years old, brother, allowed you to see a lot of things that obviously you can't yet. Okay, let's see. Okay, so she fucked 5 niggas and got 5 kids. Yeah, that's like an everyday thing. That's no surprise anymore, man. You got to come with something better than that. That's everyday shit right there. But once again, your kids ain't got nothing to do with that. You understand? Not a damn thing, right? That's the parents' problem, all right? So why would you blame the kids? If they hungry, they looking at their brother got some pizza and ice cream, and they want some, but they don't want to ask because you standing there. You know what I mean? Why don't you look at that picture and tell me what you see? Okay, and let's see. It's sad how you automatically judge any man off the sole purpose it's a woman that doesn't make you a real man. A real man would be showing his son to choose the woman he fucks because you didn't just type this, did you? Okay, let me read this again. All right. It's sad how you automatically judge any man off the sole purpose it's a woman that doesn't make you a real man. A real man would be showing his son to choose the woman he fucks because you don't want your son to end up with a baby mama who fucks 5 different niggas and can't feed the kids. Well, you did in this scenario. I mean, this is hypothetical, but we're putting ourselves in these positions, right? So this is your son. He got 4 other brothers. And you type this. How can your son learn from that? Well, you did it, Dad. You see, here's the thing, brother. You know what I mean? Obviously, nobody can control their sexual dispositions. You know what I mean? We couldn't when we were kids. We were no different. You know what I mean? In that sense, right? And neither can people today, right? You know what makes you a real man, brother? Is when you use your head and you have a heart. Okay? You're probably thinking a real man is a guy that goes out, gets the money, and buys stuff for the woman, and is in charge and all that kind of stuff. No, that's not a real man. That's an idiot. In 64 years, brother, you need to listen to me. That's an idiot. Because life is going to teach you that lesson if you haven't already learned it, whether you want to learn it or not. And whether you learn from it is up to you. But if you will pay attention to people around you that are in relationships, right, you will notice that the people that are happy is the guy that you call a cornball or whatever, because, he values his girl's opinion and he treats her like an equal or something like that, you know what I mean? And they flow. But the other niggas, right, that are real men, that are in charge of everything, they ain't got nothing but problems. And if you in that position, I bet you ain't got nothing but problems. Life is going to teach you that. Do you understand? It don't take a real man to see what this situation is, man. These are kids that don't have anything and probably are hungry and whatnot, and you show up with the bright and pretty thing and give it to one of them. And no other kid can have it but that one kid. Why? Because he's yours. That's not a real man. A real man would have made sure that, his son at least shared the stuff with the kids if he couldn't have enough money to buy it. A real man would have had a heart for those other kids. Those are your son's brothers. They're blood. But you're teaching him to be selfish as fuck. Don't share your shit. Let their fathers go buy that stuff. This is for you. So now he's a little selfish ass motherfucker. And he's set up to go out and get what he deserves. Sooner or later. You know that's going to happen. You know that's going to happen. So why would you type this crap to me, man? Obviously, you haven't learned that yet. Well, like I told Jorge, right? Life is going to teach you like it taught me. Brother, I was no different from you and Jorge, man. When I started this road, I was all about getting the fucking pussy and motherfuck other motherfuckers and their kids and all that shit. Life taught me a hard lesson. I was a fucking asshole, idiot, and a jerk doing that shit. Nobody looked up to me. But other little idiot motherfuckers I called my friends that was preaching the same shit that they don't preach no fucking more. You understand? Bro, this ain't no damn game. This is the training ground, the road to life. This is who you're going to be later on. Who are people going to look up to? Come on, man. This whole situation, I was surprised Jorge put that up. But this whole situation is it's an everyday occurrence because that's what happens in daily life, man. But if people have a paradigm shift and change their thinking, man, kids wouldn't have to suffer this way because somebody's short over there. You know what I mean? Their father ain't doing the right thing. So that means that you as a man or a real man, as you call yourself, can't step up because that's what real men do. We step up. When other men fall short, we step up. We don't sit around talking about, well, he ain't doing this shit. I ain't doing it. That ain't my responsibility. No, it becomes my responsibility, especially if I'm seeing this woman and those are her kids because I'm a real man. I learned that. I learned that the hard way, and I can say that proudly, dog. Now, in your eyes, if that makes me look like a fool, I really don't give a fuck, man. Because it doesn't matter what you think about me. It matters what those kids think and feel. See, that's how a real man thinks. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. Y'all ain't living that life that those kids is living. You know what I mean? And it's my job to make their life as easy as I fucking possibly can, whether they my kids or not. Why? Because I like kids. I don't abort them. You understand? I am pro-life. I fight for kids. Jorge knows that. All right, so then you go on to type some other stuff. Everyone in these scenarios is suffering all because she can't stop fucking. Neither can you. And I agree with you on that, right? When it comes to abortion, if you ain't ready for no kid, don't fuck. You know what I mean? But you know what? I tip my hat off to this woman because she didn't abort those kids no matter what type of situation they're in. Because any one of those kids can have a hell of a better life than she did. Why kill it? But you probably would have killed yours, right? So I take my hat off to the woman, whether she fucked 99 niggas or not, right? That's a different story. We're talking about this one. Like the son should get less, or the dad should be broke to not cause problems. The fuck out of here. Tell the shorty to stop fucking. Well, you know, they probably did, but you came over with a fucking ounce of fucking weed and some fucking Hennessy, and you talked her into fucking. Because, see, that's the way it goes. 100% of the time. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop blame shifting. We're all in this together, man. It takes two to do all this, right? And if you was fucking that shorty and she had fucked 4 other niggas, you know what I mean? You knew what time it was when you stuck your dick up inside that shit. And you can't cry this shit right now. It's too late. Now is the time for responsibility. Okay? And then the last one you wrote, on some real shit, if the shorty didn't bring food for all the dad's kids, would y'all be painting this ain't this sad ass story? You motherfucking right. Bitches don't get a goddamn pass. But like I said, we talking about this one. You should hear me when I'm talking about them. I'm a real ass nigga when it comes to this shit, brother. Ain't nobody getting the pass when it comes to the kids. Those kids ain't got nothing to do with nothing, and they're not to blame for nothing. It is the parents' job. You know, the nigga that walked in the house holding his dick, you know, all cool and whatnot, trying to get the skins. It's the shorty, man, that was trying to show this nigga everything she could so he could come over and get the skins. It's their fucking problem. It's their responsibility. You understand? That's called parenting. That's called parenting. Parenting doesn't start when you have a kid. Parenting starts when you apply yourself to that child. A lot of people run around this place calling themselves a parent, but they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. See, life is going to teach you how to be a parent too, one way or the other. And once again, it's up to you whether or not you learn that lesson. Now, why do I say that? Because life is going to show you what time it is, and it's up to you whether or not to participate. It's up to you whether or not to change your thinking and get with this program that you hate so much today. You're going to have that choice later on down the line, brother. All of us do. So it's up to you whether or not, you know, what choice you're going to make. But I'm telling you right now, the one you're making right now is the wrong one for those kids. It's the right one so your boys can slap you 5 and say, yeah, man, you all right. But then you get older. And it's not all right. Tell you, man, take up somebody to learn that lesson, brother. Peace, man.